So what do we do in a situation like this when we've got some sort of crazy mixed radical up front? Well, same thing as before, same thing you've always done. You've distributed. So let's distribute. This is minus 2 root 3 then times 4 root 3. Okay? Plus, because that's a plus here, minus 2 root 3 times 5 root 2. All you're doing is multiplying it here by this one, adding it to multiplying it by this one. So straight out as before, numbers times numbers, right? So minus 2 times 4 is minus 8. Radicals times radicals, that gives you root 9. Well, we'll get back to that one in a second. That's kind of interesting. This is going to be numbers times numbers. That's going to be minus 10, right? And root 3 times root 2, which is actually root 6. Now, most people will stop right there and say, oh, yeah, we're done. That's no problem, whatever. But one of the things you got to look at here is you have to look at this. Look, you can actually break down root 9 because you know the square root of 9 is just, yeah, it's just 3. Right? And negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. So you got to be very, very careful. Sometimes that radical here can actually break down. You can't break down the 6. That's done. So that's negative 24 minus 10 root 6. There's your final answer. So you have to make sure you simplify this all the way in order to get full credit on a question like this. Now, my question here then is, what do I do with this mess called D? This is squared. Now, remember, do you remember when you had something like this, x plus 5 squared? Yeah, you had to go x plus 5 times x plus 5 and use everybody's favorite word, yep, FOIL. Absolutely. Well, its radicals are no different. This is 3 root 5 plus root 2. This is 3 root 5 plus root 2. And in fact, we can use FOIL for this. Check it out. 3 root 5 times 3 root 5, guess what you got? You got 3 times 3, which is 9, root 5 times root 5, which is root 25. Now, outer, look what you got. 3 times, wait a second, what's the number in front here? Oh, of course, it's a 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Root 5 times root 2 is root 10. Look what you got here again. Look at this. That's the number up front. 1 times 3, you got it. 3. Root 2 times root 5, that's root 10. And then finally, check this out. You've got a root 2 times a root 2, which is 2 times 2, root 4. But again, watch out. Look for things that can be, yep, reduced. Look at that. You know that the square root of 25 is actually 5. So you got 9 times 5 there, which is 45. Look over here. The square root of 4 is in fact 2. All right. Now, check this out. Middle guys, yep, just like in regular FOIL, you can combine those. 3 root 10 and 3 root 10 works out to be 6 root 10. Now, that looks really kind of ugly right now. So you got to finish this off. You got to clean it up a little bit more, okay? So combine the like terms. There's 45 and 2. Together, that makes 47 plus, yep, 6 root 10. Can you reduce the root 10? Nope. So guess what? There's your final answer. And that's how you do those.